All right, so I haven't made a video in a long time. Same as always, I have many videos that I can upload, but I never end up uploading them. Um, so I just wanted to come on here and talk about a couple of things. Really just some advice that I've learned. I've been playing piano a little bit, but trying to learn. But I think the biggest advice that I could possibly, because I've had to deal with this, like I struggle with it a lot, um, is if you have like a specific goal that you want to accomplish, like for me, my biggest dream, biggest goal was to move out of my home state, hometown to a much bigger place, and get a good job. Like I'm 19 and like, you know, I tried to rush things as quickly as possible because it's just like an urge. Like, I don't know. I don't really get an urge about things like that, but it's just something like when it comes to my life, um, I really have like a strong will to just chase that. And I don't really think, I mean, I think about things, but I don't think them fully. Um, but if you have like a big dream or like a big goal, make sure that you're ready before you actually commit to that because I didn't do that. Um and I didn't really go or I didn't really have any bad thing. Like I didn't actually officially move or go anywhere, but I'm realizing now that I'm a little older. And I'm a little sick, so that's why, you know, it's kind of hard to talk. But anyway, I'm a little older, so that's why it's like kicking, I guess, is finally hitting me. But see, instead of just being 19 and then moving to the dream home or dream hometown, dream city, whatever, dream job, trying to rush everything, I think the best thing that you could do is find a little place, you know, it doesn't have to be in your hometown, but just close to where you have access to, family members or where you know people, which I don't really know people anyway that much. Or I know a lot of people, but I could go I could go months and maybe even years without seeing anyone that I know, kind of just how my life has been in the last couple of months, last year, really. But just try to learn and try to settle down. Like try to, I guess, to make it simple, try to crawl before you walk. Because at being a young age and like you have all these older people telling you that it's dangerous, it's hard out there, da 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 da. I mean, it really, really is. Like, I mean, obviously it's dangerous. I wouldn't say dangerous is really what I'm talking about, but it is very difficult. It can be if you don't know what you're doing, but if you do it the right way, then it's not gonna be that bad for you. Depends. It really depends on how bad you want it, but I guess the moral of the story is just to crawl before you walk. Like at a young age, we all have our dreams and whatever, but especially if you're doing it alone, there's benefits to that, but there's also cons. Um, but just crawl before you walk. That's the moral of the story. I mean, that's the best advice I can give. I'm 19. My dream to this day, like right now, like I would if I could right now, I want to move to, my dream city. I have a couple of mine, so that's why I'm not going to specify which one it is. My dream job. And I want to do that so bad right now, but there's things that I have to learn and there's things that I have to experience before I go do that. And I feel like it takes someone to go through something to be able to like sit here and say that because like a couple really a year and a half ago, around a year ago, you wouldn't have heard me say this, but now that I kind of understand, now what I'm doing is I'm living, I've got it made actually right now. I'm only paying $300 a month from my own 3-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. 200 for rent, like 50 to 100 in utilities. And I have, and yes, it's, my hometown, but it's in North Mississippi. There's nothing here. Hate the weather, but it is still extremely I'm in a decent situation. Like, there's no need for me to move from here while I don't have exactly all the info that I need, all the things that I need ready, and all the experience, and move to my dream city and be barely making it, living in like a 1-bedroom house or 1-bedroom apartment, at 19, because, there's just things. And I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't recommend, unless you're going to college. College is different, or unless you have like you're a millionaire, you make like, in a completely different tax bracket. Like, if you're like a, entrepreneur, streamer, whatever you do, you're making like 30 to 50, maybe even 100K a month, that would make sense. But I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't move anywhere by yourself until you're 21, because you would be surprised at the amount of things that require you to be 21. And like, it's different in every state. Obviously you can just look up the laws for your, whatever state your city you're looking into. But I'm 19 and I plan to move when I'm around 21, 22, because if you start at 18, 19, say you graduate high school at 18, and this is mainly for people that are not going to college or are kind of in my position, I've been out of high school. I graduated a year early because the credit situation. But I've been out of high school for 2 years now, and you really learn a lot. Like, you're really gonna, like, it's gonna hit you. And that is the most true statement that I've ever heard in my life from like a family member, or not really a family member, but like you'll learn. And I'm saying this just because of experience. You'll learn that as soon as you get out of high school, that is when you learn everything. It's like you're being born again. Like, it's just so strange. I don't know why I said strange like that, but anyway, it's so weird because you're 18, really your 18th birthday. As soon as you turn 18, as soon as you graduate high school or get out of high school, whatever, you want to find a job, want to start making money. You're trying to figure out what you want to do with life. It is strange because you're gonna learn more. And like, you're gonna feel like you have aged like 2 to 5 years in 6 months. So say 6 months. Say you're 6 months out of graduating, or not from, but past graduating, prior to it. Not prior, but like post graduation. Say you graduate in like May. You have 6 months. It is now November. That time span post graduation, all it is like 6 months, and you're gonna feel like you've aged 5 years. Like, you're gonna learn so much. You're gonna, it's like you're finally moving into the real world. And now I understand, I don't know why I said anyway. I never really listened to adults, or like, not really adults, but like specifically like my grandma, like the older generation. Like, if you're like 40 to maybe 60, really pay attention to what they're telling you, because like, it's very, very true. Obviously, there's some things that you're not going to be able to learn unless you actually go through it and walk through it, but they're warning you because of the experience. Like, they've experienced it. They're trying to help you. Like, and I've learned that I used to never listen to like, it really my like dad, and I listened to my dad, but not when it came to like he would always warn me about, because I've had the dream since I was very, very young to move out of my hometown into, a big city, make money. I've always had that dream, get a good job. But there's things, and that's obviously good. That is 100% doable and possible, but you can't rush it, or you're going to end up in a hole financially, mentally, physically, whatever that be, it's not gonna be good. So just kind of, I mean, my current situation is the only reason that I'm kind of explaining that, because as coming from someone that has wanted to do this for, years, like I have like Google documents of like when I was 11, 12 years old, saying that I wanted to move to like Los Angeles, and I still have all these dreams to move to bigger cities, and it doesn't have to be LA, but or California, but it's been so long. But now that I'm older, there's things that I realize that I have to crawl before I walk. So you get out of high school. One thing that I will tell you, you're probably gonna lose some friends. Um, See, my situation is I was working at a local pizza shop. At 17 years old, I was a senior, and I kind of moved. Or no, I was a junior because I left early. Um, I was working at a local pizza shop, and basically, I had a ton of friends that I went to school with, that I worked with, and then I was in a pretty rough situation, so I moved back with my dad. And from the time that I moved back with my dad, that first time, and this was summer 2023 when I did, to now it being January 2025, man, it's like my brain, like physically, I only feel a little older, but my brain is like, it's almost like my frontal lobe has developed. If you know what that means, know the saying. It's almost what it feels like. It's like you just understand it now. Like you open your eyes, you wake up, and that's just how it is. You know how everything works, and you're willing to learn. Your work ethic gets better. You just have a drive and will to do things that you never had. So just take my advice, if you will, because I'm kind of, like I said, I'm basing this off of my current situation. But yeah, like I said, I'm in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath apartment for $300 a month. I am set. I live all by myself. I literally like go to work. I work like 40 hours a week. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm off every single weekend. I mean, it's a pretty good life. Like, I don't struggle for the things that I need, really. I'm actually about to have a much cheaper car payment because I'm trading my other car in for a cheaper car, because I really do not need, don't get the things that you don't need, especially if you're like on a salary or like a budget. Don't get something that you don't think you're going to need or use. Like, I don't need a brand new car. All I do is drive back and forth to work and come home and then maybe go out a little. But it's just, like, I don't really need it that much. So, and I would, getting a cheaper car payment, bro, I'm about to get a completely, like, super high-end gaming setup. I'm gonna get a mic, some good headphones. I already have FL Studio purchased. I'm gonna start trying to make music and stuff like that because I already have many beats. I haven't been working on the vocals and things like that because, like I said, I don't have the equipment currently. But when I do get the setup, I'm gonna start working on the vocals. But I have this Legion Go handheld PC, so that's what I've been using. But yeah, until then, I'm just gonna use this, which I'm actually thought about considering getting an Oculus Quest 2 or 3. But we'll see on that. But like I said, just take my advice. Crawl before you walk. Don't be 18, 19 years old trying to, unless you make money, like a lot of money. Like you have multiple sources of income, you're doing, making money online from TikTok or whatever. If you have like a good income that's producing like 20, 50, 100K a month, a lot of money, then that's a different story. But if you're, working like a regular job, like a 9 to 5, then I would, don't be 18, 19 years old, like I was saying, and try to just instantly try to find a job, save up a little money, and then move to like Miami. Like, I feel like everyone is always wanting to either move to LA or Miami. Those are the two cities. Don't do that. Give yourself a couple of years around maybe until you're like 21. When you turn 21, work start at 18 or 19, and then 2 to 3 years if you work hard, not you don't even have to work hard. You don't even really have to work hard. Just consistently work and work towards, that goal, and you could be in, your own apartment or house by the age of 21 in your dream city. You can do it, but you need to gain some experience. You need to crawl before you walk. I've said that a million times in this video. That is the simplest thing I could say that would sum up this entire video, is crawl before you walk. But yeah, so I'm not going to keep you guys for too long. With that being said, I'm going to start posting more, hopefully. But other than that, peace out.